Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good morning everyone. Today I expect to explain a discourse as usual which quote from Buddhist Pali canonical textbooks that are the Lord Buddha's own teachings coming through. This discourse has been named as the poor man or beggar. As well as this teaching teaches us regarding very important 5 inner qualities which help to us develop our mind. On the other hand, without these qualities, it cannot be developed, it cannot be cultivated mind. Therefore, these are very important to understand person who is interested to develop their mind. So, however, on this occasion, Lord Buddha was dwelling at Kalantaka Niwapa. It is a temple in the Rajagaha city in India. In one evening, Lord Buddha himself came to the Dhamma sermons hall and addressed his disciples straightly without any invitation. Dear Bhikkhus, dear monks, today I expect to teach you a very interesting story with some Dhamma teachings. Therefore, please listen carefully. The request was accepted by Venerable monks happily. Then Blessed One started to talk or preach. Dear monks, in this Rajagaha city, there was a person who was extremely poor. He had nothing. He was a very indigent person. He lived in the road. He always was depending on others. Therefore, he had to go to road, house to house to find wants and need. As well as he was in his old age. Therefore, he had got so many illnesses. He spent a very hard life by physically, but he had very good 5 inner spiritual qualities. These are the 5 inner qualities that he had. First one was faith. He had very good faith on Buddhism, Buddhist teachings. It was an unshakable one. Second one was virtue. He was a very good, virtuous person. Third one was, even though he had nothing, he always wanted to be a generous person. Therefore, he practiced generosity as much he could. Generosity is the third quality that he had. Fourth one was he had well learned, especially Buddhism. He had very good clarity knowledge on Buddhism. That is the fourth quality that he had. As the last one, he had wisdom, which means he had good enough intelligence to understand the ultimate reality of the life in some certain extent. That is the fifth quality, wisdom he had. Due to these 5 inner qualities, due to these 5 virtuous qualities, spiritual qualities, he was able to, after dying, reborn as a deity in the second deity's realm called Tavatiṁsa. He outshone than others deities from the beauty and glory. But it seems to be other deities who already lived in that deity's realm had no clear idea how this how did this particular deity manage to reborn as a deity? Because they knew by commemorating his previous life, he was an extremely poor person. He had nothing. He was an indigent person by physically. Therefore, they made a bad impression towards him, and they spread those thoughts. Then they talk each other's this bad and false ideas on this particular person, deity, and they spread bad rumors and false rumors on this deity. However, the Lord of the Tavatiṁsa, deity realm, got to know about this false reputation that are spread by other deities on this particular deity. So therefore the Lord of the Tavatiṁsa, Sakra, it is his name. He addressed his colleagues, dear sirs, don't make a bad impression on this particular deity. It is true he had nothing from physically, but he had very good 5 inner qualities with him. That's why he managed to come as reborn as a deity in this particular Tavatiṁsa deity realm or state. So therefore, don't make bad rumors on this particular deity. And he had advised them furthermore by reciting few stanzas. I will put them in the description box to read, and with some translation to read. So, however, if someone has unshakable faith and faith on Buddhist, on Blessed One and his teachings and his disciples, if he is a virtuous person, he is not a useless person, even though he had nothing by physically. He is not an indigent person. He is a wealthy person from the mind. Therefore, don't judge people by seeing their physical things. So try to grab their inner things that they have. So like these advices are given by the Lord of the Tavatiṁsa. So those advices were accepted by other deities. This is the simple translation of this discourse. Now we have to understand a little bit regarding these 5 qualities, 5 inner qualities, spiritual qualities. Let's see one by one in briefly. First one was faith, that the person had a very good unshakable faith on Buddhism. It is Lord Buddha has admired in several times the importance of this quality, because without this faith or belief or confidence, it cannot go forward in Buddhism. It means he is not able to reach to the ultimate goal of Buddhism that the Buddhism emphasizes. Therefore, as the first step, we should have very good confidence with this teaching. So, after making this unshakable or good faith on this philosophy, we are able to go forward in these teachings, which means we are able to reach to the ultimate goal of these teachings, which is called enlightenment or eradication of all the defilements, because that the clear path has shown by Lord Buddha, has been shown by Lord Buddha. Therefore, it is very important to have this faith first of all before go forward in the Buddhism. Therefore, we had to learn a little bit regarding who was the Lord Buddha, what kind of qualities that he had, as well as what kind of teaching that he has taught. We have to discover a little bit regarding these things and his who were the his disciples, Venerable Mahasanghas. So therefore, when we are going through these things, these facts, we are able to grab good enough details, these especially on Blessed One and his teachings and Venerable Mahasanghas, which means we are making some kind of confidence with it, because we know from that knowledge who was the Lord Buddha and his teachings and his Venerable Mahasangha. So it is very important to learn a little bit. And the second one was virtue. There are, and on the other word, morality. There are several different type of moralities. Moralities are taught in Buddhism. I will only mention here on the latest morality, which called Panchasila, which means there are 5 type of precepts are taught to practice to lay people, and they have to control their behaviors within these 5 precepts. These are the 5 precepts. First one is people should refrain from killing and harming. Second one is refrain from stealing, not to take others' things without their permission. And third one is refrain from adultery. As fourth one, refrain from lying, and as last one, refrain from taking alcoholic intoxicant. These are the 5 precepts. So when we consider about these 5 precepts, they help to make sure a courteous society. Not only that, when we go through these 5 precepts one by one, we can clearly understand each precept has a very good psychological value behind it. For example, if we take the first one, killing, it cannot be killed or harmed anyone without hatred or anger. So if we are involving with those activities, we are doing so with the hatred and anger, and other unwholesome mental factors also involving with it. However, it means if we are refraining from killing and harming, which means we are automatically cultivating, controlling our anger. Instead that, we are cultivating loving kindness and compassion thoughts towards the world. So it is very good, and also by protecting these, each precepts are very good wholesome activities also. So however, these are the 5 virtue, these are the precepts that we have to protect to control our emotions, or it means not only emotion, the defilements of our mind. So at the third one, he was a very good generous person, that the beggar. So he had nothing, but he practiced generosity as much he could. So this is also has a very good psychological value with it. If we can practice this activity, it means we are controlling our desire, hatred and delusion. Instead that, we are cultivating non-desire, non-hatred and non-delusion, which means we are making very good healthy mental environment by practicing generosity. As well as it is said to be it is a very good remedial method as well. Therefore, the mental illnesses. Therefore, as well as on the other hand, it is a very good wholesome activity. But if we can practice these activities as the karmic result of them, we will have a very good life in the after dying in the future. So as well as we are able to manage lead a very good without any very good life without any trouble. So it is a very good activity. Generosity, being a generosity is very important. That is the third quality that he had. As well as he oftenly he reached to Dhamma sermons and listened carefully. He was managed to clear his doubts on Buddhism, and he cleared his knowledge on Buddhism. He had very clarified knowledge on Buddhism. That is the fourth quality that he had. It is Pali word is sutta. It means he had learned so many things on these teachings. As fifth one, wisdom. Wisdom is kind of ability to understand the ultimate reality of the life. Not external thing, especially if we are able to understand as much it is ultimate reality of our life, it means we are getting able to understand other things also. So basically in Buddhism, our life has been divided into 5 parts, which called 5 aggregates. So each aggregate we see with the we are meditating by commemorating, by undertaking the 5 major common 3 phenomena called impermanence, selflessness and suffering. So everything has to undergo. It doesn't matter whether it is living things or non-living things. Everything has to undergo through these 3 phenomena. Impermanence, everything is impermanent. Everything is going to, every fraction of a second going to change, even our life. So there is no self. We cannot. It cannot be said everyone has a self. But when we are dividing our life into these 5 aggregates, we can clearly understand there is no self. These are only 5 components. They are get together, and they are. It is kind of a process. It is kind of activity. So only activity. There is no to take stick like self, and it is a very process of unstoppable suffering is coming through our life. So when we are understand this ultimate reality of our life, we are not much stick to our life, which means we are able to lead a very happyful and very reliefful life. So that's the 5th quality, wisdom. We have to little bit clear those knowledge also. Therefore, try to learn furthermore these 5 qualities that I have explained in briefly. So that's it for today. Now, as finally I have to say, if you have this thing with your mind, which means you are very wealthy man, wealthy person from the inner mind. But sometimes you may have so many things by physically, but if you still don't have these things, which means you are a poor person from your inner mind. So we have to therefore don't be a poor person from the inner mind. Try to be a wealthy person from the mind by practicing these qualities. Therefore, try to grab these qualities and try to be with them. Now I'm going to stop. Thank you for listening. As an end, we will recite sadhu, 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 sadhu.